experience that in our reality. Let's go to the Shastra Pramana for the power of using the etheric body.
Let's go to the Shastra Pramana, eternal, unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures.
Shiva Samhita 5.47 Panchama Patala Vaishvara Tishtan Gachan Swapan Gunjan Dhyayet Shunyamaharnisham Yo Yogi Shitakashe Viliyate Tishtan Gachan Swapan Gunjan Dhyayet Shunyamaharnisham Tatakashamayo Yogi Shitakashe Viliyate.
Bhagavan Paramashiva says, he who contemplates on the space of infinity, where no other exists, while walking, talking, standing, dreaming, becoming completely etheric, and is completely absorbed in Chitta Shakti, the etheric inner space. Bhagavan beautifully says how the sun reflects in a pot. The sun reflects in the pot of water, and the pot of water thinks that the pot itself is the sun, and it starts manifesting and start doing anything. It cannot do anything. It has its own limitation. But if it understands that the pot breaks and the sun's ray which falls inside the pot becomes everywhere, it is the Chitakasha and Mahakasha. As long as we realize we are only the body, we are stuck with this pot that we are carrying. That is why kata means pot. But if we understand that Chitakasha, the Chidambara, how we are in everything that we perceive, first to the extent of what we are perceiving with our eyes, when we understand that we exist in everything, as long as we are in the materialistic world, we can only perceive the matter. But if we go beyond the fear and greed and experience the powerful cognition, Paramashiva is real. Again and again holding that I am Paramashiva, Paramashiva is real. I am also, if you understand that breaking the pot, the higher reality, the Chitakasha simply is a perception of the higher cognition that everything is connected. And if you understand you are the Mahakasha, when all powerful, you are more than the nuclear force, that you are the Paramashiva, you are the reality, creator of everything that exists. When you understand you are powerful than the nuclear force, you will become the Mahakasha. Here he says, when you contemplate on the space of infinity, when you understand you are not just the body, you are the infinite space which creates all this reality. We are simply deluded into what we believe as our reality. Bhagavan says, from the deep sleep, if you wake up to the dream state, it is called dream enlightenment. When you wake up from the dream to the waking state, it is the waking enlightenment. When you wake up from the waking state to awakened state, it is awakened enlightenment. When you have the powerful cognition, I am Paramashiva, you will experience the waking state enlightenment, awakened state enlightenment. And once you are in that with the stability of the mind, simply the initiation will happen and you will start living enlightenment. The greater science is there already happening in us. We are all living. Only thing we have to recognize that. We don't have to do anything but understand that whatever we perceive in the materialistic world, as long as we know we are the body, we are in the materialistic world, which is only suffering and chaos, confusion, root shocks, and all that is happening to us just to wake us up to the higher reality that we are consciousness. Only the mind dies, mind is again born. There is nothing which happens in anything else. The self cannot die. The self cannot be born. It's never born. It only thinks it is individual, Bhagavan says, then it thinks it is born. When you drop that and merge into Paramashiva's lotus feet and understand you are the whole, the sun rays thinks it is the sun itself, then it experiences the Mahakasha. manifesting all the powers of Paramashiva. For the power of appearing in multiple places, all the Mahatmas, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, Ramana Maharshi, Sai Baba, and Mahapariva, all of them have appeared in the dream, and so many have shared that experience, getting the command in the dream and executing it. Bhagavan beautifully says how we can experience the reality. It is more real when we experience such great truth as our reality. When Bhagavan comes in our dream, he is more clear, more bright, more colorful, and we can experience him with a 5 dimension, with the smell, touch, everything, much more than what we can experience as what we assume. It is a darshan when he comes into the dream, and simply he initiates us into the higher species. Here, Baba wanted to call one person, so he appeared in his dream and told him to come. But he sent a message saying that he cannot a horse. Before that person could even reach and tell Baba, he sent a horse and told him to come in the horse. He did the mind reading, he did the going into his dream and appearing in his dream. All these great signs Bhagavan is giving us to make us understand Paramashiva is real. You can see how Bhagavan himself manifested this power. One day he was in the Trishul Adinam during the yoga time, and they have taken a picture. Even his shadow is merging with the person who is standing in the front. But actually, if you see the picture carefully, at the bottom, he is in the Pada Puja in Adi Kailash. How can he appear in 2 different places? Simply that was a possibility because he is in oneness with Paramashiva. He has manifested like this many a times, simply appearing in many places when the deep devotion and surrender is experienced. Now, all of us have experienced this power. This is one of the powers that all of us, almost most of the days, we experience. When we are lying down and sleeping, we are actually dreaming. We are dreaming about our parents, our relatives, our kids, and all that kids or parents are also dreaming about us. So we are appearing in the 2 places. Many a times it's such a coincidence that we think that we are appearing in their dream and they are saying we are appearing in our dream, and it is all one and the same, but it's still a dream. Each one's perception world is completely different. The Ammaniyamman Gopuram in the Tiruvannamalai temple was built by a poor woman, the Mysore Maharaja, to get the payment for the Gopuram, the funds. When she wanted to enter the court, the security guard said, "Why would you want to go into a king's court? I will not allow you." She simply manifested herself in the court and told the king, "You can go check. I'm also there in the outside and I'm here appearing for the reason that this Gopuram needs to be built, Tiruvannamalai. Ammaniyamman Gopuram, please you donate." First he was so surprised. Can people appear in 2 places? And then when he found out, he simply surrendered that Devi herself has appeared, and he funded all that, and the Ammaniyamman Gopuram was built. There's even the story of Trilinga Swami, where even he has samadhi of many places because he appeared in many places. When the Britishers caught him and put him in jail, he was inside the jail and outside the jail. The Britishers didn't know what to do, and they understood he's a Siddha and just released him. He appeared in many places many a times that people got totally confused. He was one of the greatest yogi of the modern times, where just 200 years before he lived, and Ramakrishna Paramahamsa even had darshan of him, physical darshan of him. All these great possibilities exist in each of us when we understand the higher reality. Now, all we are going to do is write down where we are going to appear, in what costume we are going to appear, and call your partner and tell them, "You tell me where I'm appearing correctly, and if you can experience me and visualize me, or you can just see through your third eye and tell where I'm appearing." Simply, if it both coincides as same, then you have manifested the powers. If you are appearing in the dream and they come back and tell you the next day, that is also wonderful. Now let's get into the Nirvikalpa Samadhi, the meditation for few minutes, entangling with Bhagavan in the quantum space and experiencing the oneness of Paramashiva is real. Let's sit straight with the head, neck and spine in a straight line. Continuously hold Paramashiva. Bhagavan himself is giving us the powerful cognition, making us understand how Kailasha, the Vatavarna, is so important to create for our next generation, and all the great truth that he revealed. Hold that in your third eye. Constantly contemplate on Bhagavan himself. Again and again, unclutch from everything that you know, including your body. How you fall into the deep sleep. You don't have thoughts. So fall into the same space, but consciously. That is, Bhagavan says, raise into the same space consciously. Now, intensely, when you chant the Mahavakya has the power to raise your frequency. But the frequency for you to understand the higher reality, only by deep listening, unclutching, you can experience that complete completion. All you need to do is entangle with Bhagavan continuously, chanting the Mahavakya with a deep listening. Chant from your navel center. So the more you chant, you experience the oneness with Paramashiva. Now let's start chanting and experience the ether body to appear in multiple places.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us.
Paramashivoham, 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 Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eye. Om Jnananda Paramashivoham. 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 Jnananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Jnananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up. Om Jnananda Paramashivoham. Om Jnananda Paramashivoham. Om Jnananda Paramashivoham. Om Jnananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva open the powers. Om Jnananda Paramashivoham. Om Jnananda Paramashivoham. Om Jnananda Paramashivoham.
Whatever you have experienced, please call your partner and ask if wherever you appear is the same thing that they are mentioning. make sure whatever you have written down, take a printout of that and write down what they are writing and getting absorbed by Paramashiva into the space of oneness with Paramashiva. Quantum space, the quantum, how it manifests in multiple places, exactly the same way you can also experience that. If you understand the quantum physics, Bhagavan says, the powerful cognition, the weak nuclear force, we can understand how we exist. We are not just the fear and greed. It is only the obsessive compulsive patterns, the parasites in us, which is running our brain. But we are a superconscious being who we have landed here to experience the higher dimension, higher possibility. Again and again, Bhagavan is aligning us to the greater reality. Manifesting these powers, it's like in a big house, the key might be very small, but the key is simple and small to open into the huge house. Same way, all these simple exercise that Bhagavan is giving us, sitting and chanting the Mahavakya for just 20 minutes and attending this Kailash Courtyard 40 minutes, what is the big gain? You become completely empty and you become consciousness. Paramashiva starts reflecting in you as auspiciousness, abundance. You become the creator of the universe, experiencing all the powers of Paramashiva. The more and more we align to the higher reality, how the yoga puts your body into the such perfect health and aligns to the cosmic geometry, same way all this power manifestation is a mental tapas, Bhagavan says, where you start understanding that Paramashiva is real, and more you see in your reality, wherever you're unclutching, simply not only the future, even the past changes to your favorite, and simply manifest all the abundance and auspiciousness. Few minutes putting away your gadgets, completely surrendering into Paramashiva's lotus feet, merging with Paramashiva, you can experience this oneness and simply all the pain due to the health, due to the mental pain or physical pain, everything disappears and you experience the higher reality as auspiciousness, attracting the right things in your life. Now, let's start chanting the Mahavakya. Sit straight with your head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Put away your gadgets and write the detail. Call your partner and tell that you will be appearing in some form, in some place, and doing something. Whenever you experience, please send me a message. And after the Mahavakya, you can verify and share it with the world. Let's start chanting the Mahavakya intensely.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us.
Paramashivoham. 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 Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes.
Paramashivoham.
Let the Amrita pour, let the Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
So beautiful. Whatever you have experienced, verify with your partner and share it in tinyurl.com/powermanifestation. Bhagavan is again and again giving us this greatest science. Let's surrender all that to Bhagavan's lotus feet, powerful cognition and power manifestation. In deep gratitude, thanking Bhagavan and thanking all of you here manifesting the powers of Paramashiva. Holding the powerful cognition, Paramashiva is real, holding in my thought, word and action, seeing everything, everybody as Paramashiva, as my reality. Again and again, when we align to the greater science, simply that science absorbs us into it and makes us manifest the greater reality. Holding this as a powerful cognition, ending the session with the Purna Mantra. ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam Paduka Arpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you. See you again at 6 p.m. in Kailash Courtyard in the Zoom session. You can log in